Yo, welcome Flyffers. So in this video we want to cover everything that we already know about version 1.1.3 that is about to hit. And yeah, this is, I would say, the turning point, because they have a bunch of awesome stuff planned, but they also have a bunch of stuff planned that can go horribly wrong, and the player base is already declining. So this will probably decide if the game survives or if it doesn't. So I really hope they're putting a lot of thought into this patch and having the balance on point, and don't bring out anything that is like not fully tested and they want to test it live with player feedback or whatever their excuse is for doing low effort balance. So yeah, that's what you can expect. We will go through all the upcoming announced changes, and then we will take a look at the expansion roadmap, and I will explain exactly which kind of features have what kind of risks and what you should look out for when the real patch is actually arriving. And then we will compare my suggestions and guesses compared to what's actually being done. So something that I personally really like is that they are having an option where you can now send in questions to the developers, and I assume they will answer them in some kind of way, even though they didn't give out the kind of way that they're going to be answered. Maybe hopefully in a stream or something like this that's easy to consume and not in like written form, but we will see. For this, I will make a question collection that I will turn in. So if you have any questions and you don't want to go through the hassle and like turning it in, just put it in the comments, and then I will put all the questions combined and turn it in. Like I said, anonymous. And then we can see if we are getting answers. And if we're getting answers, I will pick apart the answers again on video. And while we are here at this, I can already criticize again that they're having no content creator program. If they're doing stuff like this, they should collab with like big creators that are putting a lot of effort into a declining and dying game and still doing it, and doing like podcast interviews with them, whatever, to get like more of the community involved. And of course having like a win-win situation, because they don't own any social media channels with like reach. That's the next point. So then they're trying to get more people to join guild events. And for this, you are able to vote. I will put the vote link in the video description as well. So make sure to vote. And so we have like pretty crowded sieges and other guild events that would be important. Then next up would be a level 60 guild siege. Means no second classes, just plain level 60. And the rewards are going to be blue chips that can be traded for premium items and consumables. So there's two things. Level 60 guild siege is 99% of the time extremely boring, because mage is by far the best level 60 class. And I've played many sieges, and it's usually like people running around in unicorn and a bunch of mages and ringmasters, and that's it. And yeah, if this siege will ever be worth doing, because like getting a 60 character siege ready, it's going to be fucking expensive. We are talking about 2 to 3k euros here to be competitive at a level 60 character. And the other part is, are the blue chips tradable? And are the premium items and consumables that you're buying tradable? And do they have a way higher worth than what you're actually having to invest into the character and into the power-ups that you're using for the siege? So for example, if the rewards would be so bad that it wouldn't even cover the cost of your power-ups that you need for sieging, this would obviously be a stupid idea. And the next part is, they're not even able at the moment to balance the 120 plus siege, I would call it now, since we have levels, just like the normal siege, I assume. And this will not result in like low level players being able to enjoy siege, because this will be high level players making level 60 characters caching extremely into like full geared characters to play the siege. So yeah, you're gonna have to look out for this. What is actually happening? The level 80 siege has the same concept with the blue chips, so everything about blue chips stays the same, but the peak shift at level 80 is different. So usually level 80 Jester and Build Poster are by far the master class there, because at level 80 it's not possible to create any kind of build that can tank an ASOL and can tank a Vital Stop Hop combination. So yeah, it's going to be really hard to balance this. And if Gala wants a heads up, if they want to have any chance on balancing those servers, they need to make different maps for the guild sieges and give them aerial debuffs for certain classes so they can balance out their scaling. Otherwise, every balance they're doing would interfere with the normal sieges and it would make zero sense. So maybe they're taking a suggestion for once. Then we are having the 1v1 guild siege, where you're basically fighting 1v1 in a volcano arena usually. It's not coming in the next update, but it's coming in one of the future updates. As I personally really like 1v1 guild sieges, but 1v1 guild sieges have one big main issue, that it's hard to balance because some classes are superior versus others, and Flyff PvP doesn't have a good 1v1 balance, it's more of a team balance. So if you want to make a 1v1 guild siege work, you would need to have a 16 people lineup, or like a possible 16 people lineup, whatever people want to line up is their thing. And then you're only allowed to put in 2 players of each class. And only the people of the same class can fight each other. So basically only Build Poster versus Build Poster, only Jester versus Jester, only Ringmaster versus Ringmaster, you're getting it. This way you can balance out 1v1 guild siege pretty nicely. And for example, you can make every win, this is just an example number, would be 200 red chips. If they are not able to kill each other in like, let's say 2 minutes of time, then it will be a draw and everyone gets rewarded 100 red chips and that's it. This way you're preventing people from like just going into tank gear, not doing anything, just running around. And you are actually having fights, and because people want to finish it to get like the higher reward. Then we are having finally some content for the PvE players, which I was extremely missing because, as we all know, the majority of the community is PvE only and is not even interested in PvP. So yeah, it was about time that Secret Room is coming out. Secret Room is an extremely heavy discussed topic on many private servers, because the rewards that you can get from Secret Room, depending on how they are designed, they can destroy the whole power level of a server. So basically, if you're getting taxes or anything like this that favors the winning guild massively, and this all only means that the winning guild is getting stronger and stronger and stronger, while other guilds have no chance to catch up because they're getting free value every week. And so the rewards here needs to be balanced out extremely well. And Gala, you can take a look at the red chip distribution thing. This is something you can add here as well. So you're not giving like value only to the first guild that's winning. So try to give value to any guild and try to give value to the guilds that are just participating, so they are motivated to play again and improve and continue. Then now let's finish it up with the roadmap they posted. There's also some controversial things that may be happening, but also really good ones. So there's going to be 5 new dungeons. I personally was told that there's going to be no new equipment that is making endgame equipment bad or obsolete. So I'm really happy to see that they are trying to don't give the players the feeling that everything they worked on is now useless after a new content update. I am personally a fan of when they're, for example, let's say they want to bring out vampire weapons, that you don't drop a vampire weapon. You are dropping in a dungeon crafting systems, crafting items to make your old bloody weapon into a vampire weapon. And this way, everything will always feel like it's useful, and you will have to work your way up. And you will also have a higher value for items at lower levels, as this is part of the crafting process, and they will not be completely worthless fairly fast. So yeah, let's see what kind of new dungeons we are getting. I hope that one of those dungeons is a jewelry dungeon, because I didn't upgrade my jewelries higher than 18, because I was like, yeah, they're gonna have to release jewelry pretty soon, right? So yeah, hoping to see something like this. Then we're having a dungeon difficulty system. This is usually something like easy, normal, hard. And you are getting, of course, higher drops when you're playing at a higher difficulty. Or other systems that could be imaginable is like that you're dropping non-ultimate weapons if you're playing easy and normal, and maybe ultimate weapons if you're playing on hard. Then we're having a dungeon instance system, where I have no idea what it's actually about yet, so let's surprise us. And then we're having dungeon rankings. This is a system that's already implemented on a ton of private servers, so it's basically a standard feature where your kill time as a group for a dungeon at the end of the week usually gives you a reward. Here it's the same as Secret Room. Those rewards need to be given out with thought. So not only like the best group is getting stronger and stronger every week. It's more about like rewarding everyone that is participating, but of course like valuing the work that the best group puts in. Then we're having some graphical improvements that are completely, I don't really care. It's an old game. I don't care about the graphic. For me, it's only about the gameplay. Then next up, we are having the weapon piercing system, where we are already starting about some controversials, because this caused unbalancing in the past, where, for example, you'd had 10 slots on a two-handed weapon, but also on like a shield and a knuckle 10 slots, so you would have 10 slots more. So I hope what they're saying, that more slots for two-handed weapons means that they're having twice as much. Then it's easier for them to balance. Then when I'm seeing 7 new piercing cards, I hope they're adding a card that will be like block penetration, something like this. So classes that are currently held back a little by block, for example a blade, can step up. But overall, this here needs to be balanced out extremely well, so you are not favoring some classes massively. I am really a fan of only 5 different piercing cards. This means stamina only, dex only, int only, strength only, and block piercing. And those 5 cards are it. Would not introduce any other cards. And I would really see that A cards are actually farmable in a dungeon and are not locked behind an e-protect upgrading system. Otherwise, like if you would need like 20 cards in total and it would be behind e-protect, you would just create a massive gap again between like cachers and non-cachers, and we already created a massive gap by the pet system. So this is something where you have to design it really carefully, Gala, if you don't want to have another quit wave. Then PK system is being reworked. Well. So far we all know the PK system is dog shit. It's giving you 0 rewards while having like an extremely high risk, and the risk is not worth anything. Something that lots of private servers have already done, I think they may be copying it here, is that they're giving like higher drop rate and higher EXP rate on a PK server. So basically, if you level there, you can level faster, but you're also under the risk of someone killing you. And yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to do the rewards for PK gameplay, as it's hell a lot easy to abuse by like creating your own characters, killing back and forward and stuff like this. So I don't think they will be able to come up with something here that is not abusable, but the higher incentives on the PK channel I think is a good idea, because people that actually want to kill others now have a higher opportunity to actually find them and not run around on an empty server. Yeah, that's it about the update. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned as soon as the patch comes out. And of course, as always, when all the new dungeons, upgrade methods, PvPs, whatever is being released, you will also find the guides here that will explain you how to do everything so you don't make any mistakes or any misinvestments. Cheers, guys.